So this is my last video before watching Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Today I'm going to be taking you guys with me to the world premiere and we're going to be vlogging the entire experience, and then later tonight I'm going to be posting my out of theater reaction to this movie. So make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and hit that bell notification on my channel to get notified for all of these upcoming videos. So phase 5 is finally here, and the fact that Marvel is having this premiere 2 weeks out from this movie hitting theaters is pretty crazy, but it is a good sign, because if Marvel didn't believe that the reactions for this movie were going to be positive, then Marvel would have still had an embargo. But nah, tonight there's going to be people that get to watch this movie, and again, those reactions will be out there on social media. Now when it comes to Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, here are 3 things that I truly believe that this movie needs to do in order for it to be great. 1, and I think this is the biggest thing, Kang needs to be a great villain. Jonathan Majors is the person that everyone is most excited to see. You know, I've talked with you guys over on our TikTok live streams, and I've continuously asked you guys, what is the thing you are most excited to see in this movie? And 9 times out of 10, everyone responds, Kang. Kang is finally here. The MCU has been building up to Kang's arrival with Loki, with, you know, all of the theories surrounding Multiverse of Madness, and just the entire multiverse saga has all been building towards Kang, who is now the new face of the MCU. With Kang finally having his homecoming with this movie, he needs to steal the show. And that's crazy to say because this is the 3rd installment in the Ant-Man franchise, and this movie is going to close out the trilogy, but Kang needs to be the one that everyone is talking about by the time this movie's over. Usually when it comes to Marvel solo movies, they have one and done villains that usually get beaten at the end, or they get sacrificed in order to propel the hero forward and make the hero look great. But in this case, you can't really do that, because if Kang is gonna be the one that the entire multiverse unites in order to stop, well then you gotta make a statement with this movie. I mean, this version of Kang that we're meeting in this movie has already killed versions of the Avengers. He's killed Iron Man, he's killed Steve Rogers, he's killed Thor, he's killed Avengers throughout the multiverse. So Kang shouldn't really struggle that much against someone like Scott Lang. Because if we're being made to believe that Kang is going to take on the Avengers and everyone, including Scott Lang, how is he going to beat them if he's struggling against Scott Lang himself? So I'm very confident that Kang is going to steal the show. I mean, Jonathan Majors is quickly becoming one of the biggest actors in Hollywood today, and he's been fantastic in everything he's been in, and I have no doubt that he's going to crush it as Kang in this movie and most likely steal the show. Now the second thing I need this movie to do, and I think this is something we can all agree on, let this movie be dark. Scott Lang is a notoriously comedic character, and look, this is an Ant-Man movie. We're all expecting for there to be a certain level of comedy in this film because Scott Lang is always making jokes. But when things get serious, let it be serious. Let it breathe without having to pull off, you know, a one-liner joke every 2 seconds. No, there should be moments in this movie that are very serious because Kang is freaking coming. This isn't just, this is gonna be the end of the freaking multiverse. The multiverse is at stake here. So when things get serious, let them be serious. And a couple of the trailers and pieces of marketing for this film, you know, the tone of those trailers, I want the tone of those trailers to match the tone of certain moments in this movie. Again, I expect there to be a massive level of comedy in this film, but when shit hits the fan, let it hit the fan and truly embrace it. I also think there's a great opportunity to really do that with this movie and emphasize, I guess, the horror and terror that comes with someone like Kang the Conqueror when you have someone like Ant-Man who's the main character. Ant-Man is known to be the comedian, but I think we can all agree on this, when comedians get serious, when comedians get put in a situation where they can't crack a joke and they don't want to crack a joke, then it truly emphasizes, I guess, the severity of the situation. And that's why I really want this movie to have those moments where it lets the tone do its thing. It lets the scene be dark and grim, and it embraces it. Finally, this movie has to have a sense of finality. And I know that's crazy to say because we all know that this is a movie that's going to set up so much. I mean, it's quite literally the beginning of phase 5. It's introducing the new face of the MCU and Kang the Conqueror. But as much as this movie is setting up, this movie should also feel like an ending because it's the final film in the Ant-Man trilogy. You know, how is this film going to set up the future while also making it feel final in terms of Scott's arc, in terms of the arc and relationship with his daughter Cassie? You know, how is this going to feel like a solid conclusion to the Ant-Man trilogy? Because that's what it also should feel like, as well as setting up everything else. And I know I just mentioned it, but I truly want this movie to be built on the backbone of Scott and Cassie's relationship. You know, I think this movie has something really special on its hands in terms of its premise. You know, it's this grand quantum realm story that introduces the new face of the MCU, but at its core, this could be a very emotional story about a father just trying to get back the time that he lost with his daughter Cassie. And I really hope this movie, you know, puts that at its center, and everything else is built on the backbone of that relationship. Interstellar, for example, it's this grand sci-fi movie, but at its core, it's about a father trying to save his daughter. Everything Everywhere All at Once is this grand multiverse story, but at its core, it's about a mom trying to fix her relationship with her daughter, her husband, her father. So this movie has that same X factor to it. This could be a grand quantum realm crazy story, but at its core, it should be built on the backbone of a father trying to better the relationship he has with his daughter. I am super excited for this movie, guys, and I cannot wait to let you know my thoughts. Again, I'm watching it later today. So later today on this channel, I will be posting my out of theater reaction, and I will be giving you guys the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm gonna give you guys, again, complete, authentic out of theater reaction. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell on my channel to get notified for when that reaction drops later today. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later today.